future of Bangladesh football? Some good question, please.
For me. What did I know about, or what did I think about Bangladesh football? Well, I didn't know much, to be honest. Like I said, I thought I would find a country that actually doesn't really care if the FIFA president is coming. I find out that it's actually the opposite. I have seen, of course, what is happening. I've seen the images of the draw against India. Everyone is speaking about that. I know in the meantime Jamal, of course, from Denmark or from Bangladesh, I don't know exactly from where, but probably both. I know as well there is another player, I don't remember the name, but he has a hair like this. That's why I don't remember the name, because I'm very jealous of his hair. Who's playing in England? Yeah, he's playing in England, yeah. Leicester, right? So, I mean, these are Hamza. Yeah, Hamza, exactly, Hamza. So these are, you know, the living legends. Like Kazi, here present, the living legends that make all of us that we love football dream, right? And we see that there are such players as well in Bangladesh. With our new investments, especially in the youth competitions, there will be more and more of these players growing. And these players today, they are also role models for children, and they give them hope. And I think that's the most important mission that we all have. We, as football administrators, but you as well as people from the media, to give hope to our people. And football is certainly one way that can give hope to many, many people. We've seen it again, also the girls movement, and that's why I think that whilst my idea of Bangladesh football was not great before coming here, I go away from here with a lot of enthusiasm, and you will see the results, I can tell you.
Thank you. The last question is from, the very last question is from the Bangladesh correspondent of agency EFE, Mr. Azad Mojumdar, please.
My first question is related to the World Cup 2022. We have seen stadium going empty in Qatar during the recent World Athletics Championship. Do you have a similar concern for the World Cup? If so, how you will address? And secondly, I want to ask you about the recent development in European football. We have seen some incidents of racism. How FIFA is actually going to tackle these issues, and what is the comments on this?
Thank you. Well, there's not really anything to do with Bangladesh football, but with international football. Actually, when it comes to Qatar and the World Cup in 2022, I have to say that the preparations are very well advanced. The stadiums will be beautiful, the venues will be great, the distances between stadiums are very close. It's 70 kilometers, the maximum distance between two stadiums. State of the art. The tournament will actually be played in November and December, from 21st of November till 18th of December, which is different compared to the athletics World Championship, which were organized or staged now in September. In November, December in Qatar, the temperatures are between 15 and 25 degrees. So ideal temperatures. Plus, the players who come mainly from Europe will be at the peak of their form, because it will be November. They have started their championships in August, September, and they are just 2 months into their league competitions. It's not in June and July when they come at the end of the season, exhausted from very, very long seasons. So they will be at the peak. I'm sure that in Qatar we will witness, from a technical point of view, the best World Cup ever. when it comes to the stadiums and to the people coming, I'm sure that the stadiums will be full. I mean, football is the #1 sport in the world. We will fill the stadiums in Qatar and anywhere else in the world easily with the World Cup. The World Cup is more than just a competition. The World Cup is the biggest social event on earth. The world stands still to watch the World Cup. We've seen it in Russia, over 4 billion spectators, 2.5 million in the stadiums. I mean, incredible figures, and in Qatar it will be exactly the same, because actually Qatar is situated quite ideally, even though it's a small country, but it's 5-6 hours from Europe. It's from this part of the world as well, very close, and it's direct flights from many parts of the world. So I'm sure that the stadiums will be full. I'm not worried at all about that. On the question of racism, this is indeed an issue. This is an issue that exists in some countries in Europe, not only in Europe, but also in Europe, and that we have to tackle, because there is no place for racism in society, and there is no place for racism in football. We have been very clear about that, and for us there are several measures that have to be taken. The first is to speak about it, to make sure, to make people aware about it, not to hide it. We shouldn't be hiding racism. It exists, unfortunately, sadly. We are in 2019. It shouldn't exist anymore. It still exists. So we have to speak about it. We have to educate. We have to educate our youth, our children, and those who are a bit older as well, that we cannot accept racism in any form in our society and in football. We have issued at FIFA what we call a 3-step process, that the referee can, if there are racist incidents in a football stadium, stop the game, interrupt the game and ask the speaker to make an announcement, and if the racist abuse continues, the referee can even abandon the game. It is a big responsibility for a referee, and of course security elements need to be taken into account, but we need to send strong messages that if there are racists that abuse a football game, well then we have to have the courage to stop the game. But we cannot let racists win. So the games and football has to continue, and we have to punish the people. In 2019, especially in the best stadiums in the world, in particular in Europe, it is not a problem anymore to identify the persons individually in the stands who are committing racist abuse. Well, these persons that are filmed today, that can be identified, they have to be taken, kicked out of the stadium. They don't have to be allowed anymore to enter into football stadiums, and criminal proceedings should even be acted against them, because it is a crime. And it should be a crime in all countries of the world to commit a racist abuse. So from FIFA's perspective, we have also amended, actually without knowing it, in the summer, in June of this year, our disciplinary rules, which allow us at FIFA to extend worldwide any sanction which any competition organizer is taking in any part of the world for racism. So if a spectator is deprived from entering a stadium in any country, FIFA will extend it worldwide, because racists have no place in football in any country in the world, and have no place in any football stadium or arena in any part of the world. We are very firm on that, and we will continue to fight for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President, and we are thank you, media personnel. Federico, please join with us in the group photo.
Vai, vamos lá,